turn around what hasn't been working on today?
Yeah, this is why, obviously you work so hard in the regular season is because you want this advantage. Obviously we wish we didn't have to go home for that game, but since we are, it's really nice to have that home court advantage. We love playing at home. We love playing in front of our fans. And so we have to go there and defend our home.
All right, Coach. BC was 2 of 11 from the field, and Kayla took just 6 shots, made just 2 of them. I guess when you look at Kayla's total of 6,
yeah,
I assume you want more than that going forward. And I guess
for sure, but it's going to be hard. I mean, you're not going to leave them open. I mean, I'm happy that Carleton got 11 threes off. I'm really happy about that. So, helps if a few of those go down. But no, I think K-Mac knows how to play the game and find her shots, and especially she's doing a great job driving for us, but she did have 6 assists. So there's more to it than that. We got 26 threes. Regardless who got them, we got 26 threes. That was good.
How many of those did you like?
Most of them. I mean, I can't think of a 3 that I didn't like on Carleton's. I know Fee shot it well from there. I mean, Lan. So I can't think of a 3 that we took that I didn't like.
Did Connecticut do anything differently defensively in the second half than
Did who?
Did Connecticut in the second half than the first half? Or
No. I mean, I think they started playing the defense that they were hoping to play with. And again, when we weren't defending and that combination of they started defending and we're taking the ball in the net because they're playing, with great pace, and there's that, points per possession after a made field goal, against these guys is not great. And that's the space that we found ourselves in repeatedly.
Nafisa, you're playing a great series last couple games, double doubles and so forth. Obviously you're going back home to hopefully close it out. What do you believe that you need to do more of to help seal this series for yourself and for the team?
I think my defense, I wasn't super happy with it tonight or last game, especially one-on-one. I think just staying in front of my player and, helping my team in that way. Obviously, you need to score points, but you can't be giving up points on the other end too. So I think that's what I'm going to lock in on for next game.
Just a simple one for anybody really, but when Thomas kind of gets going, she's physical, getting to the rim. Even if she's not making them, she missed like 8 layups in the first half. She's just relentless about getting there. How do you kind of handle that when somebody's just that deliberate about making sure that they get to the paint? You know what I mean?
You asking me?
For anybody really, but sure.
See.
What do you do when she's being aggressive? Your question is?
Yeah, she just has her mind made
up. I mean, you just got to play defense. She's a really aggressive, strong player. And we just have to play our schemes and, make this shot as tough as we can. That's all you can do is make each shot for every player as hard as you can. Like I said, she's a good player. She's going to make tough shots, but we got to make sure that it's over a defender and it's within our defensive scheme.
Any final questions? Our final question in front.
If both of you can address this, because you've both been in this situation before, when it comes down to a game 5 or a 1-game survive and advance in college, I mean, how do you approach that? How is that a different day from a game when you have some safety net?
I mean, I think it's the same. We go into every game wanting to win. I mean, obviously, like Fee said, we're happy that we work so hard in the regular season to have home court advantage. But I think we're going into it like every game that we went into it with this series.
Thanks.
It's just me. Am I by myself today? Oh, no. I was like, am I by myself today? Yeah.
I was about to say, really make me watch the practice.
I have head coach Stephanie White, DeWanna Bonner, and Ty Harris going to do a quick statement and taking questions in the room and then on Zoom. Go ahead, Steph.
I'm proud of our team. We bounced back. Our back was against the wall. I thought our second half effort defensively was outstanding, and that's what it's got to be all the time. And the way that we moved the ball, shared the ball, spaced the floor offensively in the second half was really good as well. And job's not finished. We got to come back and we got to be able to be even better because we know they're going to make adjustments. We got to get some rest, recovery, and get on the road.
Okay, right here, knowledge.
Dewana, I told you before this game,
Mhm.
just saying, I'm the lucky guy, just saying. But you were doing amazing this game. You almost had a double-double. How are you feeling coming into this game?
Um, backs against the wall. We got to win. Give everything I had. My baby girl was in the stands for the first time, so that was. She kind of took my mind off, calmed me down a little bit, you know, because you get high stress in these situations. So having her around was pretty special. But I was going to leave it all out there. This was do or die, and we had our fans behind us, and I didn't want it to end here. And hey, well, now we're going to game 5 and going to see what happens. We're going to put it all out there again, and whatever happens, happens.
And coach, how did you feel about Alyssa Thompson's Alyssa Thomas's game? She almost had a triple-double. She had 20 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. How did you feel about her performance today?
I feel like that's typical AT, right? Like, you know, she's a stat stuffer. She steps up in big moments. We put the ball in her hands a lot in the fourth quarter to orchestrate our offense, and she made plays for herself and for others. And, you know, that's what she does. We ask her to do a lot for us on both ends of the floor. She also always plays heavy minutes. So, you know, we got a lot from her. We're going to continue to need to get a lot from everybody moving forward.
Coach, you were saying after the last game, what a healthy tie does to your offense in particular in terms of spacing and you had that tonight. Can you just kind of speak in specifics of how things change when she's on and healthy?
Yeah, well, first of all, her ability to space the floor and shoot it. You know, she gives us another floor spacer, which opens things up for AT, you know, to attack, opens things up for Breezy when she's on the floor on the block. You know, certainly makes DB and Marina's life a lot easier as well. It gives you another ball handler on the floor. So then you have, you know, 2 or 3 people on the floor at once that can initiate offense. And that's important because it takes a lot to bring the ball up 94 feet against pressure, to get us into offense. You know, physically it's a lot, mentally it's a lot. You know, so it's big for us. You know, we know that when Ty is on the floor and knocking down shots for us, that we have great opportunities to be successful. And I'm thankful that she bounced back today and was outstanding.
My last question, you talked a couple of days ago about having to kind of up the ante, up the pressure, up the desperation. Obviously, you're probably expecting the Lynx to respond in kind. You know, it's just set the stage for game 2 in terms of the intensity level you expect.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, both of these franchises have been here, right? We have a lot of players on our roster that have been here that understand, you know, certainly what it takes. And tonight's effort's not going to be good enough in a game 5. We expect them to make adjustments. We'll make some tweaks and adjustments as well. But, you know, it's about, at this point, you know each other inside and out. It's about players making plays. It's about the extra efforts, the hustle plays. It's about not being denied and finding something deep inside of you that just allows you to come out on top.
Vicky? Hey, Ty. You had only played a couple minutes in the previous 2 games and you hadn't scored at all in the series. What did you do to get ready for tonight? And when did you know, like, okay, I feel pretty good and I'm going to be able to contribute like the way you want to?
Yeah, just preparation. I mean, I put in extra work every day, regardless of what the outcome is. My teammates, they instill confidence in me every day. My coach, they be on me. So whenever my number is called, I'm just out there ready to do what I have to do.
Right, Emily?
TV, for you as a leader of this team, what was it like kind of trying to get everybody back into the right mindset after feeling like you didn't compete well in game 4 or in game 3? And, you know, how did you feel like that mindset shifted today?
I don't know if I would say we didn't compete well in game 3. I feel like we pressed it a lot in game 3. I feel like we came home and we just wanted it so bad, not discrediting what they did because they played an amazing game in game 3, but I didn't feel like we played our best basketball, and not that we didn't play hard or anything like that. It was just, I don't know, I think we wanted it too bad, but we had to do a little bit of self-reflect. Shout out to our coaches. They came in and gave us a great game plan because we felt like if we wasn't giving our best, you know, the first 3 games and we had to come up with something different. And so that's what we did. And we had to challenge ourselves. I don't even need, there was nothing to be said after we lost. We kind of sat there in silence and it's just like, it's not over. So we got 40 minutes or it's done. So just kind of challenge ourselves and took a deep breath and relax, because the playoff is high intensity and you got to breathe a little bit, because you can really overdo it and overcomplicate things on your own.
You've both been in elimination games before, and obviously won't be your last. You have another one coming up. What does it take to win them? I know DB, you just kind of alluded to some of the mindset that you needed coming in. But what does it take to survive these games and advance?
Just plays. I mean, and listening to the players that have been here multiple times, many times. And we have great vets who instill that confidence in us and keep us calm and make big shots. So listening to them, being calm, and playing Connecticut Sun basketball.
Katie?
For both players, just, you're trailing at the half and came out and obviously had a bit of an explosion in the third quarter. What changed? What conversations happened? Just speaking to the resiliency of this team a little bit.
Yeah, we were down, but I don't feel like we felt that bad at halftime. I feel like we was playing really hard and they were hitting a lot of, shots and threes, and we went in and adjusted the game plan a little bit, but I don't feel like we were like we're gonna we're out of it, we feel like we had 20 more minutes to turn this around, and I don't think anybody in that locker room is ready to kind of go their separate ways. And we enjoy being around each other. We've been around each other for a long time. We added some pieces, but majority of our core been around each other for years. So we just kind of buckled down. It's like, this is it, 20 minutes, and we're gonna put it all out there and see what happens. And we won.
Kenneth?
Can you comment on near the end of the third quarter? So that's words exchanged between you and Minnesota Lynx coach. Was there anything you wanted to comment further, or was it just playoff basketball?
Yeah, I think just emotions are high and just playoff basketball. Both teams want to win, and that's that. It's nothing that serious, at least not for me. So I just want to win. I'm old. My timeline is very, very slim. So I think it's just playoff basketball, and both teams just want it really bad.
Passing over to Ben.
Just two quick questions. Steph, for you, when did you decide to put Ty in the starting lineup, and when did you let her know you were going to make that change?
We talked about a lot of different lineups pretty much all day yesterday, as a coaching staff. And we talked about a lot of different things that could be options for us. I think it was probably about midnight last night when we made a decision. It's never easy. Like, you just kick around a lot of different ideas, but I felt like with Ty specifically, we knew we needed to get her more minutes. It's not easy to be in a position coming back from injury, coming off the bench, where you're cold, right? And then you got to get started again. So it wasn't really giving her the best opportunity for success. So I told her to shoot around. I was hoping that just coming after warm up, she would still be warm. She would still be able to move. We could move her around on the floor to try to minimize, as much as we could. But more than anything, it's just getting confidence. And I think you saw it from the beginning. She made some plays defensively, made some plays offensively, and got some confidence. And once you get that and your adrenaline gets going, she was fine.
And then DB, you've talked a little bit about playing in elimination games, winner take all games, but you guys won a winner take all game in Minnesota last year, I guess. What do you remember, if anything, about, or I guess Ty, maybe, if you don't remember anything, what do you remember just about that atmosphere and going into Target Center in a winner take all game in particular, and from that game in specific?
I mean, the atmosphere when we were there, the first two games was absolutely insane. So I can only imagine what it would be like in a game 5, and we know that. And I wouldn't tell my team anything different. Like, we just got to focus and lock in on each other, and we have each other. But we know they're gonna come crazy. They're great fans. They're championship fans where they won multiple championships. So and they're hungry for another one. So we know it's gonna be crazy. But I think we've been there, thank goodness, for the first 2 games, so we know what it kind of feels like, and we'll be prepared to handle that, and we just got to stay locked in on each other.
Doug, and then Julian.
Just to piggyback off that stuff, I mean, does it help that you guys won there last year, one game, won there, that shows some vulnerability versus like, oh my God, we've never beaten them there. It could be a problem, so to speak.
I think it helps more that we have a veteran team. I just, it's just that they're a different team. We're a different team. Certainly it's always an outstanding environment. So we expect that. So I think the thing that helps us the most is that we have a veteran team. They've been there. They've been in tough environments. We've won in tough environments. They've won in tough environments. So I think that's more than anything is a benefit.
And then kind of piggybacking off that, first of all, you're not old as a 4-year-old. You got plenty of experience.
Thank you.
Second, whether it was the first round series, whether it's all the spectacle or going on the road in game 1 or swing game, game 3, elimination game, now in game 5, nobody freaks out around here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure if that's the veteran presence or having veterans around you or having seen so much, been around so much. Why is it that it's just like, hey, we'll just game plan and get ready, man?
At the end of the day, it's basketball. I mean, yeah, it's elimination game, but it's basketball. At the end of that buzzer, we're gonna win or lose. So no reason to, panic or freak out. You gotta stay within yourself. I feel like when you start freaking out before the game, it's like, I'm telling you, it psychs you out. Like, you want it too bad. You press and you do things that's not, characteristic. But at the end of the day, it's basketball. And at the end of that, we go on with our lives. So yeah, I think that's just my mindset. I don't know about the young ones, but that's just me.
Respectfully, I usually take a nap before the game, and I was tossing and turning, anxious to get here. But like DB was saying, it is just basketball, and I think we're fortunate enough to be in a position playing basketball, championship basketball before the pros, and everybody knows how it feels to feel that pressure. So just staying poised, staying locked in, and locking on in the game plan.
Because I still got to go home and make some kids dinner.
Coming over here to Timothy.
For anybody who wants to answer, Dejanay was named most improved. Can you all just speak to her improvement from last year to this year and just her impact?
Dang, you're like 2 weeks late, huh?
You want to speak to that?
I will. That's my twin ski. So I saw her put in that work off season. We stayed here. She did an amazing job of just lifting, practicing new moves on the court, off the court. And it's a testament to just her work ethic. And I'm happy for her that she got that award. I mean, I told y'all it was seatbelt season, the very first game. So
thank you.
George, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries. Get the next one. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Oh, no, all good.